What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to A Star Brighter Than the Sun, this time with episode 10, I think. Was a decent episode last week. I remember there being a few funny sequences, to be honest with you, but I think the premise of what we're going to be covering today is that there's this festival thing coming up where people choose their favourite songs to confess to other people, so it should be quite an interesting time in that regard. I really did like the end of the episode though. I thought that was hilarious, probably some of the best stuff yet, with Simple Jack confessing to the pink-haired girl, though they took it as he wasn't kind of being serious. He was just like trying his luck. I don't really know, to be honest with you. But yeah, he got brutalized a bit last episode. But yeah, as I said, the premise for this one should be quite good. But as I did say, there, it just felt like some of the sequences stood out as kind of very sudden. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's the directing or what, but it just felt a bit funny. Like those bloody football boots off. We're gonna ruin them. That's something I used to do when I was I always say it. It's so childlike. When I was 12, when I first started playing football, I'd wear my football boots on the walk to football, so I didn't have to change there, and that would just grate on the boots and ruin the studs on the bottom. Sometimes it's inevitable, but yeah. I say that they shouldn't even be wearing studs on this ground anyway. That ground is so hard. Get some trainers. Yeah, this dude, I kind of thought him and the pink haired girl would be a good match, but I thought the grey haired guy and the green haired girl would be a good match, but perhaps it's a case again of opposites attract. Of perhaps the more somber grey haired dude actually fits the more outgoing pink haired girl, and vice versa with yeah, with the others. I'm not sure maybe we did maybe once or twice, but I'm not sure we've seen the grey haired guy or the green haired girl interact whatsoever. Maybe there might be a passing sentence or something, but yeah. They did bring up Yorushika Yorushika last week, didn't they? So I hope we get a song from them. I doubt it, but it would be nice. Your pride's not hurt. If anything, that should inflate your ego a bit. I don't know what I said. Green haired girl. I'm not really sure what color that is. It kind of looks grey, green. What color did you call that? It's a little bit green at the bottom. Well, yeah. What color would you guys say that her hair is? It's one of the one of the biggest mysteries of this show. Like browny green, kind of blonde. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm talking about it so much, but I'd love to hear what you guys call that color. Like a brownish green. Let's not rip them out of our hands this time. The ego is crazy. Oh, come on. How could no one invite these girls? I guess this pink-haired girl is a bit more stereotypically attractive, I guess. But and as a guy that's not the tallest, it is like you do just automatically assume if she's taller than you. It's not always the case, but if she's taller than you, then most likely she's not interested. There's definitely been I've been in a relationship with a girl that's been an exception to that. Once she was cute though, and she didn't seem to care whatsoever. But with how it is, especially on social media nowadays, it does feel like yeah, there's absolutely no point going after a girl taller than you. So I guess maybe a few boys are intimidated of her. Classic right here. Sputtering, is that what it's called? I didn't know that. That's a big word for him. Oh yeah. What did that say? That's a big word for him. But yeah, what was it? Spluttering. That's a cool word, that is. Reminds me of a game. I haven't played this game yet. I need to play it, but it's got a cool name called Slitterhead. I just thought that name sounds cool as hell. That's almost a little bit similar. Phosphorescent. Phosphorescent paint. Never heard of that either. Heard of phosphorus. So I guess that's that with paint. But big word for him. Might sound condescending, but like everyone in the show is like 10 years old. It is actually like kind of impressive. Yeah, I was gonna say like that gets messy as hell. See, when if I did this, I think I maybe done it once or twice. I was never too much into art class, but I'd definitely do it the other way around. I feel like it would be very easy to flick on you if you'd done it the way she's doing it. Like a little after movie. That'd be nice. Almost like a wedding video. 10 years before they get married. Forever. Hey, you bastards. They just run away from that. That's a pretty good job for him. Oh, they just ran off. Absolutely suckered. Honestly, like, this might sound dodgy to you guys, but she seems more happy and more smiley with him than she does with Kamishiro. Like, she's always, I think it's because we're always in her head. She's always so worried and flustered when she's around Kamishiro. So you feel that. Whereas with this guy, it's always like quite calm and cheerful and nice, less undermined. So maybe that's why it feels that way. Kind of that thing of like maybe your actual like best option was the one you never even contemplated, the one that you never even thought about or worried about, that you get along more naturally with, perhaps. Well, get along more naturally with is not exactly the right thing to say, but you get what I'm saying. Maybe these two should go at it. So you can understand why I said that about those big words when they say things like that. Hands come in all shapes and sizes. Yeah, people are taller and people are smaller. Yes. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Kaneshiro, fair play to you today. You're oh yeah, doing a good job today, isn't he? I mean, that's common sense, that one, I guess. I didn't think of it. They just absolutely destroyed all of our logic right there. John Ken. So what does John Ken actually mean? Because it's always subtitled to rock, paper, scissors. But clearly, John Ken does not say rock, paper, scissors. Fist battle, maybe. I think it does probably mean fist, because there's Hokuto no Ken, right? Which is like Fist of the North Star. And I imagine the Ken in Fist of the North Star is fist. And then so the Ken part must be fist. What does Jun mean? Maybe three fist or something. Fist bow. I don't know. The way he lost was kind of cute. I was got some Ice Cream Man. This is Ice Cream Man's song right here. He is. Surely at some point it comes down to luck, though, right? I do imagine there's a certain level of skill in rock paper scissors, but only to an extent. That's just amazing, that isn't it? In Japan, they get penalties for staying too long at school. Where I live, they get penalties for not staying long enough. Amazing, that isn't it? Well, I've already seen one girl have a little attempt at the start of the episode, so sooner the better. Again, you say that, but you're always worried. Always worrying. I get where it comes from, but only worries because she cares a lot. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be nice to see her a bit more kind of carefree, which I think might happen once she confesses. I do hope, with him at least. Always so much anxiety. Getting mogged. Getting put to shame, young Kamishiro. I'd like to see them kind of have a contest of strength now. Like arm wrestle or something. I bet she'd beat him. So this after party is it just going to be like one song? Like every time a song plays, there's a confession. 3 minutes later, another confession. 3 minutes later, another confession. Like during each song, literally just going to be people like queuing up to confess to other people, right? It'd be a pretty fun event to attend, to be honest, and just like watch. Quite different to this, but and man, I haven't seen this video for maybe like over 10 years, but it kind of reminds me of that Fallout Boy video for when they had that like dance, like a school dance or something. It's been a while since I watched that. A little bit like that maybe, except for people walking into dance, it's actually people just walking up to confess to each other. As you guys should. You guys are well close. Yeah, not long now. Kagawa. So I forgot to look that up last week, but that does just like mean beetle, right? Maybe like hermit beetle thing. Hey. Yeah, we've heard him laugh at least once. You just made him laugh. So this isn't something I was thinking would pick up and get traction, but it seems like it might. A bit of a rivalry between these two, maybe. There was a kind of signs a few episodes ago, wasn't there? But I didn't think it would. Yeah, I think he had a moment there when he fell on top of her, didn't he? He like had a weird look in his eyes. What? It's milk's milk. Is that milk candy? Milk's milk. Eat your damn milk. Eat your damn slop. Quite the fucking setup they've got here, isn't it? Fucking hell. They're incredible. Ooh, good idea. Let's fucking go. Let's not let's ruin it. Sorry, I'm probably I don't I've never been to Japan, but how rough is any area in Japan, to be honest? But yeah, like shit. What happened to you? How'd you get so dirty? Fall over or something? Hmm. I said it earlier. She seems happy with him. But yeah. How bad is the worst area of Japan? Surely it's not that bad. So a lot of holes. What happens if it? What I don't know what time of year it is, but what happens if it's foggy or cloudy outside? Surely this just doesn't work then, right? Hey, cut him out! She cut him out of the image. Or did she take that before the grey haired guy helped her? Maybe she took it before, to be fair. He's fallen in love with her. It's happened. Maybe, like, say maybe. I feel like he has. Like, I'm like 90% sure. But maybe he just really likes her as a friend. I doubt it, but it could be the case. Pretty mysterious guy, so. Might end up pushing Kamishiro into finally doing something though, and realizing his proper feelings. We haven't actually, like, from his side of things, we haven't actually focused too much on, have we? We don't actually even know if he really likes her. Like, we've never even been in his mind when he's thought of liking her, so. You're a failure. Why is everybody watching them? What's going on here? Ah, okay. What happened to her? That is quite funny, that, isn't it? Look at her face. It's quite funny that. Literally, not a minute later from Iwa kind of coming back with a grey haired dude, Kamishiro comes back holding his own cousin like that. What happened to her? Did she, like, get her foot caught? Twist her ankle or something? Dissing her cousin like that. I liked you when you were younger. Now you're not true to your own feelings. Now you act the same, but you just hide yourself more. But again, on that point, I said earlier, like, we haven't ever actually seen him admit his feelings, or we don't even know if he really likes Iwa, do we? Like, actually, we can assume that he does. Again, we can be pretty damn sure that he does, given this is like a romance anime, and like, you just assume that's going to be the case. But in actuality, we haven't ever really had a good look into his mind, or he's never said anything that truly kind of reveals his feelings. We've never been inside his head of like, oh yeah, I like her. That's never been said. There's been little hints here and there, but as I said, I don't know. I feel like the grey haired guy. I like the grey haired guy a bit more, honestly. I think he's a better partner for her. They suit each other quite nicely. So what? 30 seconds left. Hey, surely that shouldn't be allowed. Star without a constellation. So, like, a lone star. Interesting. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Pretty good episode. I thought we were going to get into the meat of things today, but it looks like we're going to be saving that till next episode. Pretty much done all the setup here today. And yeah, some good stuff in here. Some fun moments, just kind of sorting things out. Looks like she's got a few kind of dates or after parties or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the grey head guy, I think he kind of I think this was an episode for the boys, wasn't it? In terms of them kind of finding out their feelings, and I think both the grey-haired dude and Kamishiro have finally kind of figured out they quite like Iwa. Iwata, I think her name. Like, again, apologies, I'm mixing up the name big time today. But I think they both kind of realize they do kind of like her. Maybe from this guy, it's maybe you could interpret it as just like really good friends, but I don't know. The look he gave her when he kind of fell over her suggested a bit more than that, and he was just like staring at her photo earlier. That was also quite a big tell, but I think that might end up finally pushing Kamishiro into actually doing something, or maybe fully kind of realizing his own thoughts. On that point I said about looking into his head and kind of him not actually kind of saying anything about liking her. Maybe he didn't till now. Maybe he didn't even know it, so that's why that hasn't kind of come across. But yeah, some good stuff today. Again, really funny how like literally like one I'm not sure why everybody's just like randomly staring out the window in the first place. But yeah, it's just quite funny how she comes back like walking with a grey haired dude like in 1 minute, and the next minute he's doing it with Kanishiro. I think that just gives it away, to be honest, doesn't it? The fact that she seemed more worried, but Kanishiro was worried as well that she was just walking with the grey haired dude. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the next in the comment section, should I say. Next episode is probably going to be quite crazy, I do assume, so very much excited for that one. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these weekly reactions, and I'll catch you guys next week with episode 11.